Hey, it's Sizzling Popcorn, and in this video we're going to take a look at OnAir Airline Manager. It's a new, actually it's not new, it's been available for X-Plane 11, for FSX, and for B3D. But what does this do is it lets you run your airline company in a persistent world, and it connects to your simulator sessions, and it hosts your airline company. So then you're able to rank up over time and hire AI pilots to do some flying. And it pretty much, if you go to the realistic difficulty, it's going to be more so regional GA flying, like smaller airplanes doing small loads. But you can eventually get into the big Boeings and Airbuses, but that comes a lot further down the road. But here we go. We've set up our company, Sizzling Popcorn Airlines. Gonna go with air code SIZL. Sizzling Popcorn as the pilot pseudo. Birthday September 19th, 2017, because that's when the channel was born. And we're gonna start with hometown Halifax. Here it's size 5. So there's 5 sizes of airports. Size 5 is the biggest, but like JFK would be a size 5. But I think it was Trenton, Nova Scotia was, I think, a 1 or 2. You can have it set in the settings that you only use small airports. But the thing is you might end up with some airports that aren't really flyable. Because I had to go pick up a plane in Trenton, Nova Scotia, which was like a 1 or 2 airport. And you have, like, when you're on the survival mode, you have to fly it in the time that it is in that in your location. You can't go back in time or forward in time. So I ended up, it was dark, trying to fly out of Trenton. Then all of a sudden I'm at the end of the runway, and it starts to move, and all of a sudden then I get stuck and I see this big bar in front of me. Well, then I take the exterior view. I'm inside a hangar, and there's no way to open up the doors, nothing. It was weird. And then I tried from the other side. That didn't work, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. So then I tried from a parking, but then from the parking I wasn't able to get it started up correctly, or it malfunctioned, something. So I've decided I'm no longer doing the small airports. I'm just gonna do what they have by default, and we're gonna go with the survival mode. So this is the most realistic. There's no extra job pay bonus, nothing like that. And let's go. So we're in the Stratus world. There's 3 worlds. There's the Cumulus, which is pretty much the way the default is. So you can start creating your first company there. Stratus is for those that want to have the survival mode on, and it's more realistic. That you can hire AI pilots. And then you can go to Thunder. Thunder has no AI pilots, so that means you have to fly everything. But in the Stratus, because everyone is on the survival mode, you're able to, there's leaderboards that are available, so then you can see how you're doing compared to others. But we'll go back because we're already in the Stratus, and they already say if you're going to go into survival mode, you need to have a plan of what you're going to do. You're not going to be able to do like in the Cumulus, where you can do things on the fly. This, you're going to be starting small, and you got to really plan out your stuff of how you're going to fly, what kind of jobs you're going to take. So we're going to go Stratus. I've got the 7-day trial, so that ends next Thursday for me. You can always do a quick start in the Cumulus world. That will give you $7,500, and it'll also give you a plane. I think it's the Cessna 172. All right, let's go in to the world. We go. This is our dashboard. We're connected to the sim. I actually have it on in the background. We'll go to here. We're gonna go to pending jobs, see if we got any pending jobs. We have a mission. Mission here is to go up to Summerside with 386 pounds. What are we bringing? We're bringing equipment pallets to Summerside, and that flight is, so I see size 5, and this is a size 3. So the smallest airport we're going to deal with is a size 3, unless you go into settings and you want smaller airports, 1s and 2s. There is a full manual that you can take a look at, and that you can find it back in the lobby. Down here, documentation. It's a full-on manual there. So we're gonna take this first job, this first level 1 mission. There are a couple of things that we can do right away. Is you got a skill tree, and I can't zoom in here, but the skill tree, you won't be able to take any bank loans until you have bank loan agreement. Same thing with hiring or doing passenger flights. You need to get a passenger's license, FBO agreement for if you want to do that. I'm gonna go with, because here we've only got $10,000 because we're on survival mode. Skill tree, I would almost say let's go with a bank loan. We've got 1 point to use. Let's do that because it's with not much money, we're gonna have to get some leverage in if we're gonna rent. We're gonna grow this thing. So let's go here. I think that's accept. My taskbar is. Let's fix that taskbar. So if we do go and we want to get a loan, we can do so at this time. Where is the loan? Loan's up here. And then you can see your annual rate, your weekly payments, how many weeks you're gonna have to pay, when's the first payment, and what your principal is. So you've got a choice there. Okay, so now we've got this job that's pending to Summerside. We need a plane to get there. So let's go up here. We'll go to world. Search, generate aircraft. We'll search for an aircraft loading in my sim, or choose. We want a single engine piston land. And then these are all of the planes. What I would recommend doing is filter and just put your MFS, Microsoft Flight Simulator. That way you only show up the planes that you have in the sim. Flight design is what's that? Flight design CP. So if you really don't know what it is, there is a way of clicking on it. When you go to search for it, here, CYHZ. And I want this within 100 nautical miles around the airport. So we got a few planes that we can get. But this is not the one I'm gonna take. So this is showing flight design. So there's no image to it. So load. This is the load that we can take. And I've got a 182 Coronado. And you see that's already in there. So that's good. It's picked up that I can use that. And what's the load? What's the payload on this? 386 pounds. $386. Gonna go with the Cessna 172 G1000. And then distance, we can actually get distance even closer, or we can choose that, or you can just click on distance and it'll get you right to there. So there's one at Stewiacke. The airport is a size 1. These are all size 1s, size 2. I can go to Charlottetown, pick up the plane, fly into Halifax, pick up the goods, then fly it. The thing with that is, if I go to Charlottetown, I'll be able to teleport to Charlottetown because this is my first plane. Then from Charlottetown, get a job, hopefully back to Halifax. So I bring goods into Halifax. I pick up the goods from Halifax, then I go to Summerside. Let's do that. It's gonna be, this plane's $200 an hour. And we're not gonna buy. We don't have the money, and we've got a renting bond. Well, that's equivalent to 10 hours of flight, which is reclaimed once we return the plane when the job's over, or like when we decide we don't want to rent it anymore. The next annual checkup is in 96 days. Hours left before the 100 hour. So it's got 100 hours, that's good. Engine condition is at 97%. So this is going to, you're going to see engine failures and stuff like that go on depending on the condition of the plane. And you can see airframe conditions 81%. Weekly ownership cost, that's not for us. Engine price, engine TBO. Yeah, we're fine. Let's go. Let's rent. So rent the aircraft at $200 an hour. Bond to pay immediately, $2,000. At the end of the lease, the aircraft has to be returned to the current airport with at least the same fuel level. Okay. This is your first aircraft, so you can teleport for free at its location. Accept? Yes. Because if this was not our first plane, we would have to fly another plane to get there. We then get this plane to fly out. And then we can click on here to find jobs at the current airport in Charlottetown. And hopefully there'll be one to Halifax. Then I'll flip this around. CYHZ. Yeah, so there's about 4 jobs here. This one we can't take. It's 18 passengers. But these 3 here, what does this mean? Outstanding pay for weight per distance. Cargo. So that's a lot of. Oh, we got even more. We got goods to transport, dangerous materials. But we can't do that because we don't have dangerous materials in our skill tree yet. Yeah, we're not approved for dangerous jobs yet. Okay. So it's just we just have a few here. Yeah, let's take this one. Because if we went with either of the other 2, we'd be overloaded. And then minimum AP. All right, let's take this one. This one is transporting. Is it gonna tell us what kind of goods? Actually, it does. Printed magazines. So we're bringing 726 pounds of printed magazines from Charlottetown to Halifax, and then we'll be able to do our Halifax to Summerside job after that. So let's do that. Accept the job. And now that we're up here, what we have to do now is we're gonna go back to our main menu. Actually, let's go to live operation map. There's not much fuel here. Don't worry about that. You'll be able to fuel up. We're going to prepare the next flight. But before I just want to see what the 3 dots. That just gives you information on the plane. Okay. Let's prepare for the next flight. And what we're going to do is you'll discard fuel. Oh, I don't want to discard fuel. We're going to fly at 80% on this. Actually, we can probably do 50%. This is a Cessna 172. We'll buy it from Charlottetown FBO at $3.75 a gallon. So that's going to cost us $65. And our fuel weight's going to be 167. And a range 282 nautical miles. That's fine. Payloads. No, this is not what I want then, because I think it's let's go back to here. Ah, shoot. They're both from Halifax. So I'm gonna have to fly in from Charlottetown into Halifax, pick up the goods, go back to Charlottetown, or go to Summerside. I think what I'll do is I'll fly into Halifax, go to the Summerside, and then go maybe Summerside if we can get a job to Charlottetown. No, that wouldn't make any sense. It would have to be from Summerside back to Halifax, then shoot back up to Charlottetown. Let me take a look, see if there's any other jobs. I know we're adding jobs here, but it's completely fine because the mission never expires, and the one from Charlottetown expires next week, 5 days. So that's fine too. We can go let's take a look at other jobs here. Okay, so I found a job from Charlottetown to Halifax. It's 990 pounds of food crates, but our plane can only have a payload of 960. We've already got 190 for me as the pilot. Although that's not my weight, we'll just pretend it's my weight. And no, I'm not like 600 pounds or something. I'm 960. No, but so what you can do here is you can then lower this to then say, so useful payload would be 805. No, that makes no sense either. So I have to bring it down to 190. Subtract that from 960. Talking about 860, 60, 800, 770. If I go 770, can I type it in? 770? No. There's 775. All right, let's go with 703. It's not a round number, but hey, we went with that. We put that on there. We're above the gross weight of 2,558. Okay, because we also need to put in some fuel. I like to put the fuel at 50. 50% should be good. I think it should be more than plenty. $66.63 for that fuel. But we've got to back this up a little bit here. Gotta do a little bit more. Okay, so we should be able to take in 484 pounds of food crates. We've got 190 for the pilot. That's good. Now we can confirm this and then set it to fly now. So we're gonna have pretty close to maximum weight on this Cessna 172, and here we can then see passengers are fine. We gotta wait about 0.4 minutes to get the cargo loading. Our destination is CYHZ, Halifax. Greenwood is our alternate, but we're not really gonna, like in a simulator, you're not really gonna have to use the alternate, but you can if there's like really bad weather. So we're good there. Select crew and company employee passengers. There's none of that. And then go fly. So the tracking page. And so right now it's picking up my location is somewheres in the middle of nowhere. And that's because I haven't set her up in the sim. So let's go do that now. Gotta try and move this. There we go. So I've got to set this up to the Cessna 172 G1000 liveries. and choose whichever one I want. Is there an orange one? No. I guess yeah, this is slightly orange. That's yellow. Yeah, orange they call it. Don't have to do anything here. This will be set up on its own. Don't have to do anything here. Nor there either. So we're going from Charlottetown. This is the town CYYG, and we're going to CYHZ. Flight conditions, because we're on survival mode, we've got to have we don't need live traffic, but we need live weather, live time. So it's 1:30 p.m. here, and we've got to fly it in that same time frame. Now, if we go back to OnAir. OnAir still doesn't show it yet, but we've got to. We're gonna have to put it through. We're gonna have to say that we're flying. This, I'm gonna lower this down to 5,000. Actually, yeah, we can go VFR. Conditions are fine. Let's go fly. And now you see here, before you can fly, all these have to be checked off as green. Then I'll show you, this will track your whole way to Halifax. And then you've got your alternate Greenwood. So I'll take this off screen. I'll see it. But when you go to start your flight, before you take off, you click on start tracking. Then it'll start tracking. And it'll track right up until you turn off the engines when you get to your destination. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this first flight, Charlottetown to Halifax, in this video. And then if you want to see more of it, make sure you smash that like button, and also let me know in the comments that you want to see more of the regional airline type stuff. All right, so we're at Charlottetown. We can move this up to our top screen. I can delete all my notifications from OnAir. Those will pop up on the right side. That's popping up on my right screen. So here we go. If we take a look here at the fuel is good, 50%. Payload. Okay, it hasn't. It should once we click on start tracking. So I press start.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
It's not doing it. Yeah, it did it for me last night. It changes all of this. Just try it one more time here. Yeah, cargo should go up. Pilot should be at 190 and no co-pilot. That's fine. Let's take off. We're gonna depart straight out. We're at
Charlie Yankee Golf traffic set
runway 28.
X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha taking off runway 28 straight out departure.
It's the flaps. Let's add a little bit of flaps. And I don't think they're going to respond back to us. We're in a smaller airport. So let's take off. About 60 knots, we'll pull up.
Airborne time logged.
I think that's because of the weight in the back. Oh, now it's like sending us way up. Put the EP on. We're going up to 5,000 here.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is type Cessna Skyhawk 2 miles west of Charlie Yankee Golf 800 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha Moncton Center. Squawk 661 Squawk 661 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha. Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha radar contact 2 miles.
Don't forget the flaps.
Yankee Golf 800 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Maintain on navigation. Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, did you hear my last transmission?
This is PI Charlottetown. Let's take a look from the outside. There we go, our VFR map. love the water. Look at that. Water effect is like fantastic. There's obviously places where things should be above water and it hasn't figured that out, but it's great. At 2700, climbing up to 5000, and we're at about 94 knots airspeed. Not at cruising altitude yet. It's a nice, beautiful day. Be flying, that's for sure. Nice beautiful day to be outside in the basement flying in the sun. Yeah, look at that red, because it's like red earth in PEI, Prince Edward Island, not from the area. Everything here is looking good. We're about to hit 5,000, which is our cruising altitude. And the AP looks like it's going to stop the climb. Now the speed's starting to increase, so we can now pull back the throttle. I'm going to pull it back to, I think we're at 90. Pull it back to about 75%. Then we can always adjust that later. It's good, we can go back to the outside. What's the ETA? ETA is about 38 minutes. It's the ETA at this point. You can already see it land up ahead. Just starting to see it. Gonna make a descent for just under eight minutes from the airport. And I think we can go straight into 23. I shouldn't have hit the heading before making sure that the heading was correct.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is 12 miles north with whiskey to land. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha Tower. Enter left downwind runway 32. Altimeter 29.78 wind 219 at 11.
So it's gonna want us at 32.
Fly left traffic, runway 32 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Let's take off the VNAV. So we're have to go around the airport and then come in from the south.
500.
Wind 220 at 2 knots.
Gonna bring up the 1500 because we're about what 400, yeah, 477 feet above sea level.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha cleared to land runway 32. Wind 218 at 11.
So the sim is telling me 11, but on here it's showing me 2, and then on air is telling me 3, 2 or 3. I think on air is probably
Cessna
going
Golf
by this.
Sierra Alpha, did you hear my last transmission? Cleared to land runway 32 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Let's give it some power because, as you can see, the speed's going down. And this is not a handcrafted airport. It would definitely be nice because sort of looks kind of blah. We'll move the VFR map away. Just past the runway. We're gonna go a little bit further, and then we'll go with the heading 320. Then we can go with the heading. Ease off. Increase the throttle. It's not the best approach.
Landing time log. Landed at Charlie Yankee Hotel Zulu, Halifax INTL.
Going to 121.9er Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha. Ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to the gate. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to gate 8 using taxiway Alpha. Taxiing to gate 8 via taxiway cross runway 23 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Here we go. So here we go, we've got our cargo into Halifax. We still got more cargo to ship. We're gonna get here to our box. Just need a little bit more power. As you can see here, the gates, the whole airport is just default. Let's move forward. Alright, we can turn off our key there.
Engine off, time logged. End of flight, registered in OnAir Company.
Okay, so that is done. Let's take a look at our OnAir Company. So we received 47 experience, 10% bonus on that. Reputation change, 0.13%. So increase for 0.9 hours of flight. Engine was on at tracking start. So you get extra reputation if you start with the engines cold and dark. Beacon and strobe were off at engine start. That's they're on, but it's because of the automatic start. Lights were on at engine shutdown, except beacon or strobe. All right, so it's not that big of a penalty. Then XP bonuses, comfort bonus obtained, safety bonus not obtained, aircraft handling bonus obtained, airframe condition, normal wear and tear minus 0.06. So that's at 80.89. Engine at 96.87. So that it takes that into consideration from all the pretty much like the telemetry from the plane and from Flight Simulator. So if we go back here, now let's take a look. We can prepare our next flight from here. When you're preparing your next flight, then you've got some cargo from Halifax. So that's our food crates that have arrived. You've also can send out printed magazines to YYG or YSU. You've got that's Summerside and that's Charlottetown. So you can load with either or. But we're not going to do that in this video. And we go to our income statement. You'll see aircraft renting as expense. Fuel and landing and parking is there. We don't have any funds in yet because we're not going to get paid until that whole shipment is done. But other than that, let's see. Do we have any skills true points? No. But other than that, if you have any questions about it, make sure you ask them in the comment section. And if you like this video, you want to see more of it, make sure you smash that like button. If you want me to play out the whole flights on YouTube, let me know in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. This one I've cut out some of it just to make the video not as long, because it would be about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. I'm sure you want to sit there watching for 2 hours, but if you actually want to watch the full flight, let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely do that for the next video. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That way you'll know when the next video comes out or when I go into live stream. And last but not least, if you want to join Sizzling Nation, we've got a Discord for that. There is a link in the description, and we do weekly community events. So if you want to join on that, you've got to be in the Discord. And then we've got voice chat that we can all talk amongst each other while flying together. But what we've got is this Friday night. It might be Friday just passed. Depends on when this comes out. But we'll be going to Turks and Caicos, island hopping. Last week we did island hopping in Hawaii. So we got plenty of things planned out for the community. So again, check out the Discord. Link is in the description. But thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.